Camera footage has caught them calmly walking to their homes, and in a bid to throw the authorities off the scent, Scarlett then sent a series of messages on Snapchat to Brianna's mobile phone saying, "Are you okay? Why did you run away from us with a weird man from Manchester?" And they depended.
The teenage murderers of 16-year-old Brianna Ghey have been identified for the first time as Scarlett Jenkinson and Eddie Ratcliffe. The pair, who are both now 16, stabbed Brianna to death with a hunting knife in broad daylight in a park in Cheshire in February last year. They can be identified now after the judge lifted a legal order preventing them from being named. And we can now hear for the first time footage released by Cheshire Police of the moment Jenkinson and Ratcliffe were arrested. They were 15 at the time.
You Eddie?
Yeah.
Eddie, you're locked up suspicion of murder, all right? You don't have to say anything, but you may harm you eventually, don't mention when questioned, so you later lie in court, and if you do say evidence, do you understand?
Yeah, let's unlock these.
I can't explain it.
No, listen.
Right, listen.
Do it all on interview, all right?
Yeah.
You're going to take it to the wrong corner, you'll be interviewed about it, they'll ask you questions, all right?
Yeah.
Scarlett, this is what I've got to say.
Yeah.
At this moment, because the information I have received, you are under arrest on suspicion of murder. Obviously, you are under caution, so anything you say is getting recorded. Okay.
Confirm me being suspect is because like I was the last person seen it, or how come I'm suspect?
Pardon?
Like, how come I'm a suspect?
How come you're a
Is it
suspect?
because I'm the last person that's seen it, or is it?
I don't know. All the information I've received is you are a suspect. Okay, for the murder.
Yeah.
That was the footage of the arrests of Scarlett Jenkinson and Eddie Ratcliffe last year. Well, in a statement read in court today, Brianna's mother, Esther, said she has never felt such grief and her daughter must have been so scared. We've also been hearing from her father, Peter Spooner.
Every day I think about it, you know, the brutality of it, the way she was befriended by this Scarlett, and the thought of her just on that bus, not realising what's going to happen. It's just very difficult. I don't think I could ever get it out of my head. There's only anger towards them. If I'm honest, I hate them. They're just evil for what they've done, and I don't think they'll ever change. I think they'll always be monsters, and that's what they are to me. That's my feelings with them. They're just a pair of monsters.
Peter Spooner there, the father of Brianna Ghey. Well, Mrs Justice Yip is still laying out the background to the sentencing at Manchester Crown Court. We can go there now live. Talk TV's Oliver Whitfield Miocic joins us. Oliver, bring us up to date.
Matt, this is undoubtedly one of the most disturbing cases that I have ever covered. Sitting inside that courtroom, the defendants, who we can now identify as Scarlett Jenkinson and Eddie Ratcliffe, are emotionless. They are sat with their heads down, they're wearing black clothing, and we heard in each of the witness statements about how this had impacted Brianna's parents, that was something that had upset them so much. There's been no remorse shown by the pair throughout this trial, and you heard there the strong words from Brianna Ghey's father, Peter Spooner, saying that they are evil, pure evil, and that they are monsters. Now, the court broke for about 5 minutes, and when it's come back, they're now looking at the sentencing. So how long will they be put behind bars? The prosecution wants that to be as long as possible, and they are arguing that in this case there's been elements of sadism, and that there's also just the shocking nature of the crimes means that they should be at a minimum put away for at least 20 years. The judge is saying that it's not clear-cut and that this is going to be a very difficult thing to do. Now, what she's also said and just revealed in court, or what we heard from the prosecution, was that in addition to the murder plot, which was found in Scarlett's bedroom, a second document has been found in the secure accommodation where Scarlett is staying, in which she had made another kill list of the care workers who were taking care of her. So further details are coming out throughout this trial, but just to recap, Brianna Ghey was only 16 years old. She was lured to a village park in Cheshire by these two people. They were then told that they were going to take drugs in the park, but instead a code word was uttered by Scarlett, at which point they started stabbing her 28 times, a callous, horrible broad daylight attack. They were disturbed by some local dog walkers and then fled away. Camera footage has caught them calmly walking to their homes, and in a bid to throw the authorities off the scent, Scarlett then sent a series of messages on Snapchat to Brianna's mobile phone saying, "Are you okay? Why did you run away from us with a weird man from Manchester?" And they depended on that defence during their police questioning, saying that they did not know who was, that they were not responsible themselves, but that it was the other party. So Eddie blamed Scarlett, Scarlett blamed Eddie. But ultimately the judge has found them guilty. We're now just waiting to find out how long they will be put away for.
Oliver, good to speak to you. Thanks for that update. Oliver Whitfield Miocic joining us live from Manchester Crown Court. And as we were saying, they had a short break. They are now back at courtroom number 2 at Manchester Crown Court. And as and when there is an update on the sentencing for the killers of Brianna Ghey, we'll bring it to you here on Times Radio.